Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome, everyone. Well, today is Friday. Thank God it's Friday. So let's have a amazing last day of the week so that, all of us can really have a wonderful time over the weekend. I want to welcome many of you like Amy, Pupara, Bridget, Budimansha, Carol, Chikion, Damien. Hey, Damien, are you my friend Damien? That we are supposed to meet Damien, Desmond, Gina, Jason, Jimmy, Joe, Joseph. Well, there are two Joseph there, both Joseph, Judy, Kelvin, Chris, Chris, Mary, Melvin, Oiket, and many of you. Welcome, every one of you. Welcome. Okay, welcome every one of you. Thank you for joining. Also Vivian, yes, Vivian, right, Vincent, Tian Yi, yes, welcome everybody. Siu Ping, Sean, welcome everyone. I'm so happy that you all can find time to join this program here. Well, what is Bitcoin up to next? Last program we touched on this subject. If you don't invest in Bitcoin, you will regret when it go to $100,000. Wow, this is amazing, right? Today Bitcoin finally hit 47,000. Will it break 50,000, then go to 60,000, then go to 100,000? It has happened before. What is Bitcoin up to next? This is a discussion we are having today. My name is Richard Tan from Success Resources. We are the world leading education provider. Every week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, this will be streamed live on Facebook and YouTube. And on Friday at 3 p.m., we are having it in Chinese. Those of you who are there know that I'm not very good in Chinese, but I do my very best. Okay. Now, we will be making video talking about cryptocurrency investing. So if this is a topic that you would like to learn more about, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Gently tap the thumbs up button, because this is the algorithm needed by YouTube. And also forward this to your friend if you find that this is useful. Click on the notification so that whenever there is a new video, you will be the first to know. Now, I'm very delighted to bring up my friend, Dr. Clemen Chiang, to the program. As many of you know, and those of you who have been to this program for the last couple of weeks, you know that he is really very knowledgeable. In fact, he's an authority in the area of financial investment, and also a very well-known teacher and coach to many thousands of students all over the world. Now, I count Dr. Clemen Chiang as my friend and also my teacher. So welcome, Dr. Clemen.
Wow. Thank you so much, Richard, for the warm welcome. And I got to tell everybody, Richard is more than a friend to me. He's my mentor. He was the person at the lowest point of my life that said a miraculous prayer over me that allowed me to uplift all over again. So, I'm so grateful to Richard and Veronica, to everyone in Success Resources. And I can tell you, you guys are so fortunate to be in this family together with us. Thank you so much. And thank God it's Friday.
Thank you, Clemen. Now, during the pre-COVID days, Success Resources organized more than 550 events a year in 30 countries and 70 cities. And because of this, I and many of my team have to travel. In fact, I myself travel 250 days a year. My wife is very happy. So I think she's happy. Well, I hope she didn't hear that. Okay. Now, my favorite airline is Singapore Airlines. I've flown many airlines, and I find that Singapore Airlines is wonderful. Those of you who have fly other airlines, you will agree with me that Singapore Airlines is really wonderful. I find that Singapore Airlines is the best. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can own a part of Singapore Airlines. How? Just go to the exchange and buy some Singapore Airlines stock. the price of the stock depends on supply and demand. If everyone rush to buy Singapore Airlines, the price will go up. And if they everybody starts selling the stock of Singapore Airlines, the stock price will go down. Now, this is a very simple economic theory. Now, let's apply this to Bitcoin and crypto. If ordinary people start to stock up Bitcoin and start to buy and stock up Bitcoin instead of US dollar, I know some people, you keep US dollar, but if everybody go and stock up Bitcoin, if more company and institutions start to buy and stock Bitcoin and convert their treasury into Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin will go up. Simple as that. So let's examine that today. Let's start off with the recent news. This article by CNBC where cryptocurrency shows this article by CNBC that shows where cryptocurrency is taking off around the world. It grew by 881% in 1 year based on this year and last year compared. Now, question for Dr. Clemen. How do you see this trend moving? And where do you think ordinary investor need to do? What do you think ordinary investor need to do when they understand about this trend?
Wow, that's a great question, Richard, for us to start off thinking about Singapore Airlines, and you use this as a context. And as you were speaking just now, I straight away, I received this. I'm not too sure if the audience can see it clearly. Oh my gosh. Anyway, this is the Singapore Kris flyer. They sent me this tag reminding me that I should start flying again. And the signs are already there. Singapore government is opening up all over again. We can start traveling to Hong Kong, Taiwan, neighboring countries, and so on. This is the start of the economy reopening strategy. And with this backdrop, we kind of refocus back to Richard's question about, hey, ordinary people, how do you get involved in cryptocurrency? And we put together this very, very important article from CNBC Pro, the map that shows where cryptocurrency is taking off around the world. Now, this map basically gives you an understanding where do you position yourself right now compared to everyone out there, because the competition is really, really fierce. And if you want to seize this opportunity, then jolly well get a good grasp. So step one, we have a global map right here. But more importantly, is the scale of the activity. So what we observe right here is really amazing. Vietnam is standing at a perfect score of 1. The most highly activated crypto NQS in the world. And this is very, very true because back in 2018, Richard, I was deeply involved in blockchain. We were doing our very own ICO, and I spent entire year just hanging out with the best crypto traders out there. And guess what? Vietnam was way ahead. All the major conferences, seminars were presented in Vietnam, and every single one of them, they have a VIP from the government ministry. This is the reason why. The second one is India, and of course, India going through that transition. At one stage, they wanted to ban cryptos, and then they realized it's mission impossible. And then they say that they released the ban, and everyone is trading right here because they are known in the past as the world's #1 underground traders of Forex. So right now, they jump into the Forex, the cryptocurrency trading. Then as you can see, all these top countries right here, nothing beats the activity coming out from USA. And that's the signal to every one of us here today, because the moment the Americans come and take over the activity and hit a #1 right here, that's it. There's no more room for you to stand. That's the reason why I'm going to kind of jump from here to this screen, because last night I was trading with our students, and my class started at 6 p.m. Singapore time, and back then the price was 44,000, and I bang. I say, look, the window is closing on us, and the window is, the moment it steps above 46,000, that's it. The window is done deal. And that's the reason why when I draw right here to 46,000 and to 44,000 right here, you can see very clearly just from a single candle, this mega candle right here, the super thick long candle that's combined with the super thick high long volume bar, that is the breakthrough above 46,000. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen, you got to take note of this because the window is closing down on you. And that's why, Richard is getting us, leading this movement. And here we go, Richard.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about the pricing.
Wow. So, Clement, you get your student to trade live together, is it?
Yes. What we do is we identify what we call the psychological price anchor. So I'm going to come back right here, the psychological price anchor, and we really take them through. And this is something I want to do for this weekend for those of you coming to our Launchpad courses. And one very important thing is this. I'm going to squeeze out right now. This is the chart. And we always start off with the bottom right here, bottom left. It must start off with the year 2021, January. All right. Then you have February, March, April, and so on. And what we've done over here is this. We identify the key candles. This is the Elon Musk candle, I call it. One day, price of Bitcoin shot up in $10,000 in one day. We need to identify all the major big candles like this. And the moment I zoom in over here, and you can see how important this candle is. Check this out. This is the Elon Musk candle. And it sets up the basis. Because the moment I draw from here, kind of from 36,000, 38,000 to 46,000. Here we go. We kind of draw this out and you begin to understand you have to get in within this red box. And of course, we also talk about the Janet Yellen candle, the Justice Department candle, the Michael Saylor candle, and the China candle. These are all important signals that, we're going to dive really deep in a Saturday and Sunday class happening right here tomorrow and on Sunday. All right. So I'm really excited about the upcoming class. I want to spend so much more time with you guys, but today the time is really limited.
Now, all of you can see how passionate Clement is. If I let him continue, he will not stop. I mean, Clement can trade with his live student, hold their hand from 6 p.m. until 6 a.m. in the morning. I cannot do that. So this weekend, for those of you who sign up for the Global Bitcoin Festival, you can come for the class for free tomorrow. Okay, but I'm going to talk about that later. But let's go and rush this session here because we have a Chinese session at 3 p.m. for those who can speak Chinese. Now, so let's go to the next one. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong, right? He just tweeted yesterday. I think he just tweeted yesterday that his board of directors has approved and put aside 500 million to buy crypto. Right? They are affordable company and they have lots of money, so they are coming in to take some shares of it and make the supply of Bitcoin lesser even. Then there's another news that came out from NASDAQ, right? Okay, we always find news from NASDAQ because people are report that listed company report their activity. So one biotech company convert their balance sheet into Bitcoin. Now, biotech company, their stock boom because of COVID, but it's quite unusual for them to put their money into Bitcoin. But I want to ask Dr. Clement, are all these big giants buying up Bitcoin, and the demand and supply economy will affect the price? So how do you see this trend going, and what should we do, ordinary investor?
And that's a really milestone, life-changing question, Richard, because why? This whole thing about using our own treasuries, and the definition of that is cash in bank in terms of our business operation, converting the treasury and hedge it against Bitcoin. Now, what do I mean by that? So the first guy that actually started this entire transformational thinking, thought-provoking idea and put it into action. Here we go, mama. This is Michael Saylor tweet. And this was one of his latest tweet that came in. And you can see the amount of craziness. He has purchased 13,000 Bitcoin at a total cash of $489 million. Now, this $489 million is the cash inside his public company known as MicroStrategy. And he's telling the whole world, hey, my average price per coin for this purchase of $489 million is $37,617. Now today, the price is $47,000. He's already sitting on a profit of $10,000 per coin. And you just put in the numbers here, 10,000 multiplied by 13,000, all right? That is $130 million profit just on this transaction alone. And then you look at the date, 21st of June, right now it's 20th of August, 2 months to make $100 million pure profit. Holy moly, ladies and gentlemen, where you find a deal like this, 2 months to make $100 million profit? And guess what? His average price, because he totally bought about $2.7 billion, total 105,000 Bitcoin, the total average price, $26,000 per coin. This is what I meant when Richard says that, hey, everybody start to take their cash in bank, put it into Bitcoin. The second guy right here, Brian Armstrong from Coinbase, and he's telling everybody, hey, we just got the approval. You see, the news will always come out first with a very, very soft baby step. $500 million. We're going to take from our balance sheet, we're going to add it into cryptocurrency, and thereby the very first approval will open up the floodgates for subsequent approval. It's exactly what Michael Saylor done as well. And that's the reason why we go to Bitcoin treasuries right here. And we kind of see that which are the public companies that took their company cash or treasury to convert into Bitcoin. Number one, MicroStrategy. Number two, Tesla did that as well. And number three, we have Square. And right now we have Coinbase. The subsequently, we're going to have Robinhood, and everyone out there, we're going to take on the journey. And that's the reason why the biotech company is also converting their balance sheet to hodl Bitcoin. So what we are seeing right now, Richard, is an unprecedented open of the floodgates. The domino effect has kicked in. The ripple effect is mind-boggling. And that's the reason why those who are behind the curve, they will be wiped out.
Wow. Amazing. Now, Dr. Clemen, he is brilliant in taking a lot of this noise news out there and condense them into a way that you and me can understand. So thank you, Clemen. Now, the stock of Bitcoin in the market is actually getting smaller and smaller. Why? Because people like corporation scooping up Bitcoin, so there will be less there. Well, and as I mentioned about the Singapore Airlines example, if people are stuck taking it in, the price of Singapore Airlines stock will go up, same as Bitcoin. If everybody's scooping it up and not putting it in the market, the price will go up. So the stock of Bitcoin in the market is getting smaller and smaller because people are holding Bitcoin for long-term investment. In fact, 78% of the available Bitcoin is not liquid, as reported in this report called Glassnode. So Dr. Clemen, how do you see this activity affecting the price? Which direction will Bitcoin price be going with all this activity?
Wow. This is a great question, Richard. When we really nail it down to the keyword called activity, our step one is to really know what is public information out there. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to flip back to Bitcoin Treasuries.org right here, and we're going to zoom in on this very important number. Number of Bitcoin is 1.476 million Bitcoins that controls 7.031% of the fixed supply of 21 million Bitcoin. All right. So everybody just remember 1.4 million Bitcoin. And this is everything found on this website, the likes of Tesla, the likes of MicroStrategy, the likes of Coinbase, Square, and so on. And from here, we come back to look at the article that, Richard has guided us to think about liquidity and activity. Now, what they've done very, very well in this article, and I'm going to zoom in straight away to the key salient point, and that is found right here. This is super important to every one of us listening right now. This is the one. Here we go. Illiquid supply 14.5 million BTC. Liquid supply 1.2 million BTC. highly liquid 3 million BTC. That means around 78% of the circulating Bitcoin is considered illiquid. They are sitting there to hodl. You take this number of the highly liquid or the semi-liquid 1.2 million versus 3 million. We go back to Bitcoin treasuries. What did we see? The guys who took their cash in bank to buy Bitcoin right now control only 1.4 million Bitcoin. It definitely gives us a clear breakthrough in understanding that, hey, mama, if you still don't get into this space, you'll be squeezed out of the competition. And the way the competition will squeeze you out is the price will just keep going up. And it will just keep going up like this. A major jump like this to give you a breakthrough. What does it translate? From 28,000 to 48,000, $20,000 per coin movement up like this. Can you handle it? And right now we are only talking about 48,000. Next milestone is 100,000. So as the price goes up, everybody going to hold on tightly to their Bitcoin. They're not going to release back to the market. You want to buy it? You're going to buy it at a higher price.
Unless you take action quickly. Now, because today is Friday, so we have only got a couple of minutes, 9 minutes. Now, I'd like to mention again that we are very, very passionate about Bitcoin. And that's the reason why we organize this Global Bitcoin Festival this October. So those of you interested to get involved in this movement, okay, this is a movement like what we're doing right now to encourage people so that we can to adopt Bitcoin by educating every one of us, right? So in the chat group, there is a link. If you want to get involved in this movement, please join us. Now, for those of you who join the Bitcoin Global Bitcoin Festival tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, Dr. Clemen and myself will be giving a 2-day session on information, why we are very passionate about it and how you can benefit from it. Okay, it is free for those who join the Global Bitcoin Festival. Now, last question, and we only got 8 minutes to go before the Chinese one and to rush this. Now, my main discussion today with Dr. Clemen is this: what is Bitcoin up to next? This is a discussion I want to have with Dr. Clemen. To you, Dr. Clemen, what is Bitcoin up to next?
Yes, great question, Richard, because what is Bitcoin up to next? We have to have a minimum basis. Minimum basis, how do we define that? Step 1, everybody focus on minimum $100,000 breakthrough. And right now, you're looking right here at the mainstream media of the Daily Hodl. Plan B maintains 100,000 Bitcoin prediction. And he also reveals that when his model will be invalidated, all right? So I'm going to walk through with you the key salient points on step 1. And that is the very, very important paragraph found right here. And I read out to everybody. I never had any doubt. I still think it will be 100,000 end of the year minimum. And that's lots of time. We're at 40,000 right now. As I speak right now, we're at 47,000 now. So that's about 2.5x or 2x. We've done more in 1 or 2 months historically, so it can be done. I'm very confident. I still see people on the internet calling for 20,000 Bitcoin. I don't think that's going to happen. And let me explain to you point number 1, why 20,000 will not happen. Because Elon Musk have confirmed with the whole world, he has not sold off his Bitcoin. And his range is 38,000 to $46,000 window. That is his range. And with this minimum prediction of 100,000, we're going to enter into step 2. When we're going to hit 100,000, this is the moment in time everybody is looking at November, December. And that's the reason why I'm also equally excited like Richard, and I'm a big follower of Richard, into the Global Bitcoin Festival, because it was positioned at the end of October so that everybody will witness the big breakthrough of the price in the month of November and December. And because we already taken into consideration the reverse engineering of all this prediction, We studied the price model. We studied all the mega candles. And that's the reason why we are so excited. Leading to point number 3. Have you registered for the Global Bitcoin Festival yet or not? Because I'm so nervous right now, especially what I'm going to teach tomorrow for the Launchpad classes. I'm going to show you all the mega candles that will push us all the way to 100,000. And there are 3 signals, 3 mega signals that's going to come. And I call it 3 mega important news that are going to burst the price to 100,000. I'd like to see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. Well, thank you, Dr. Clemen. You see, I am very, very passionate about Bitcoin after I know what is it all about. And that's the reason why we are organizing the Global Bitcoin Festival. It is a gathering of industrial expert and enthusiastic community of Bitcoin holders to update, educate, and adoption of Bitcoin. So Dr. Clemen, just 1 or 2 minutes, what do you say of those people who want to know more about Bitcoin and the Global Bitcoin Festival?
Oh, yes, Richard, this is a very, very important point because I think most people who are listening in today, they have never experienced what I meant when we see a major movement of the Bitcoin price. I'm going to give you a context of that, all right? So please bear with me. I think I got about 3 minutes left. So right now, most ordinary people will see a price candle that move out like this. They say, oh, this is normal behavior. But every one of us into this game is waiting for the extraordinary behavior. Ready? 3, 2, 1, boom! We are waiting for this kind of movement from 47,000 to 47,382 in 1 minute. And I gone through the crazy time when Bitcoin hit an all-time high of 64,000. I can tell you in 1 minute, it can move up 2,000 points or $2,000, $3,000. It is all happening back then. And that's the reason why everybody right now waiting for this. And we are catching it. And the price has moved up from 28,000 all the way to 48,000 right now. So when I scream out right here, this is exactly what we are talking about. From 28,000 and we move all the way to 48,000. This is no other instrument that can offer this kind of crazy growth. And everyone is flooding into the market right now. We can feel it. We see the volume. We are excited. Our hair keeps standing up. And that's the moment of epiphany. And welcome to our community. Thank you so much, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. Thank you, everybody. Okay, wish you well, health, and happiness in your life. And have a wonderful weekend till we see you on Monday. Thank you so much.